Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to the Enlightened Path. I am Ayana Nicole, and this is your February. Ooh, Ace of Wands pops over. Um, that's new, passionate things happening there. This is your February 2020 love reading, okay? So this is Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. It is a general reading, guys. It cannot and will not resonate for everyone. Take what applies, leave what does not. Do not force it, all right? So Sagittarius, your cards just want to keep popping out. So I feel like some of y'all are like in action. I feel like some of y'all getting some action. Oh my God. That's weird. Okay. Not weird that you're getting some action, just weird. The song that started playing in my head was Action. It's an old Jamaican song, and I think this is Petra. I'm not sure. It could be something else. What falls on the floor before I can even get started? Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is the emotional exit for me, guys. It's leaving behind something in which we've invested a lot of emotion. Sag, let's see how you are loving and being loved, and if that Eight of Cups pops back out, hopefully it's in your past and not in your future. All right, you know what I'm saying? Because we don't need none of that for the first half of February 2020. I don't need that. All right, for Sag. Yeah, my nails getting in the way. All right. First card out, Sag. Six of Swords. So this is the exit as well. Instead of it being the emotional exit, this is the exit that makes sense when the Six of Swords is here. This is leaving something bad behind or something that no longer suits us and moving on to something that does suit us. So let's see what's next. Wish fulfillment with the Nine of Cups. All right. So some of you could have definitely made some smart decisions here and decided to move forward. There's that Ace of Wands. So yeah, passionate new beginnings. Oh, this is good. In the recent past, we've got the Five of Rods. Some of you could have definitely been at odds with some people here, whether it was family or a previous partner. You're focused on the Sun. And this is about focusing not just on being on one accord with someone else, but also balance, harmony, joy, happiness. It's like the best energy in the deck, right? And this is where you're focused. You're trying to bring this in. Sag, this is really good. The Magician. Sag is so funny because I was just thinking to myself, I know I said focus on bringing this in, but they said manifesting this. You are manifesting happiness into your life. Like, oh, some of you guys are really on it. For those that, this is resonating for, good job. There is the High Priestess in your self spot, letting your higher self, your intuition, and your soul guide you in this process. In your environment is a Five of Pentacles. You could have left someone out in the cold, or this could have been someone, with this Five of Rods in your past. This could have been someone that left you out in the cold, but I feel like you are leaving others out in the cold. This is your hopes and your fears, all right? So this is your Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands is about assessing, seeing what your options are. It's so funny because he's planting a seed. Can you guys see that? He's like, okay, what's next? I feel like that is the energy that you guys have. What am I going to bring in next? What is next? Final outcome. Oh, I don't like that, but we're going to understand why. Three of Swords. I don't like it, but, we'll get it. Page of Pentacles, which what is weird here is Aries had this same overall energy, which is about laying the foundation, all right? Putting things down so that you could build upon that, so that you can bring in more wealth, happiness, success, all right? More abundance, whether it is financially or emotionally. You guys are laying the foundation for just that, all right? So Sag, let's get into it. And I know a lot of you are like, well, why is the Three of Swords here? It was going so good. We are going to get into that because we're about to clarify. We're about to figure it out. See what's really happening, all right? So let's get an understanding of what we are seeing here in your first position here. Leaving difficulties behind, moving into a place of true abundance here. 8 of Wands. This is communication. For some of you, this is travel. So you guys could have received some really great news. Ooh. For some of you, you could be moving in with someone. I don't think that that's what a lot of you are doing, moving in with someone. I think a lot of you are looking at moving, maybe even purchasing a home. You could be receiving this information that this is now possible, that this is closer in your future than you thought it was initially. There could also be some really, really good news that motivates you about others, maybe getting engaged, tying the knot. Again, this feels very happy. I feel like, Sag, you left a lot of your issues and your problems in 2019. And it's like this year, you are really, really bringing in what you want and going after what you want. Not just emotionally, because I'm going to be honest with you, guys, besides that 9 of Cups, there ain't another cup on the table. There's not another cup on the table, all right? I have a lot of Wands and a lot of major arcanas and pentacles. So this is going to be a big month because I feel like you guys are kind of setting the tone as far as your stability, what you want as the foundation for you guys, whether it's, in work or your hobbies and making them more successful and bring in more money. This feels like you guys are setting yourselves up for success and not so much partnerships, all right? Why is this Ace of Wands here? Because when I see the Ace of Wands, I always think, let's get it on. So the Queen of Swords comes out. This is Libra, Aquarius, Gemini energy. Some of you could be sparking something very passionate with an air sign. But for a lot of you, this definitely feels like cutting things out in order to clear the way. There's the Moon, which is Pisces energy. This is maybe cutting things out in secret. Maybe some of you guys have decided to cut things out of your life. And you aren't telling a lot of people. Maybe you've cut people out of your life and they don't even know yet until they check your Instagram or your Facebook and realize they're blocked or you're no longer following them, or until they start calling and it's like, oh, bruh or sis don't even answer for me no more. There was one more other thing. Some of you are cutting things out of your life for reasons that you are not communicating to others. But it's all in hopes of starting a brand new chapter. With whatever you're cutting out, you're doing this because you're very passionate about what it is you're moving towards, Sag. In your past, it looks like there were some things where others weren't on the same page. Yeah, there's that 5 of Pentacles. So yeah, I feel like you guys may have cut someone out here. They may have been dishonest, or you guys just weren't on the same page. 5-5, this is making some changes. 5 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles, not being on the same page, leaving somebody out in the cold. You could have been dealing with somebody that was very deceitful. And there, ooh, Sag. The World card, completion, and the Sun. Y'all look like I am wrapping up the old shit. I am wrapping up the old shit. I am closing out that past cycle, leaving it in 2019. Like, I am focused on what is going to make me happy and more balanced. Knight of Wands, no more. If you were a flirt before, and just kind of moving around aimlessly, you're focused now on manifesting what it is that you want, and not just what you run into or what meets you or what you come across. You're very, very focused. And in February, we're going to see that. So for any of the cross watchers where you're like, my Sag was a huge flirt and, kind of a hoe, nah, not right now. We are not going to see that kind of energy in February with the Sagittarius that are with this, all right? It's almost like, let me tell you something. that energy is not going to be bringing your Sag. You're going to see that old energy of kind of bouncing around and moving kind of aimlessly and having fun though. All right, it's not like they weren't having fun. It doesn't bring them fulfillment anymore. And Sag, you seem to be really working on figuring out what's going to make you happy and bringing that in. Four of Swords, you're done resting because the Four of Swords is in reverse. You've taken some time to yourself and now your higher self is guiding you here. You're listening to that. You're also done being hurt, all right? Page of Wands, yeah, you've delivered the news to someone here, Sag, that you are cutting this shit out. Five of Cups is in reverse. Anybody that hurt you or anything that was holding you back in the past, shit that was, you was looking back at it, trying to figure it out. You were looking back at it, really still hurt about it, Sag, you're done with that energy. You're like, okay, that happened. What's next? What's next? I'm trying to see what my next move is going to be because I'm going to make my next move my best move. And that's just the energy that you're in. At the end of the day, this Three of Swords is here. Why is this Three of Swords here for Sag? And what are you trying to let Sag know here with this? It's weird because I almost feel like this Three of Swords should be in reverse. It's so weird that I feel that way. But it didn't, you know. There's one that keeps Six of Cups in reverse. No longer looking back at the past. And if you are, you're not wanting it or wishing for it. Sag, I think your Three of Swords should have been in reverse. What are you trying to tell Sag here? I'm just going to keep going until one flips out, Spirit. What do you want Sag to know? Why is this the Star in reverse and the Ace of Swords? All right. So, Sag, I do feel as though some of you, when it comes to your past, there's going to be some clarity that is brought to you in the month of February. You could have someone coming forth and pointing out to you the ways in which you haven't healed. And this is so, I want you to know, like, I'm getting this feeling of Spirit kind of testing you to see how you react and where you really, really stand. Because I feel like ever since 2020 came in, Sag, I feel like you have been on this blaze. It's like with all 12 signs shooting out onto the races. Sag, you came out faster than anyone, okay? Maybe with Pisces right on your heel. You came out and you kind of knew exactly the direction you wanted to go in, or you knew the way you needed to move in order to end up where you wanted to go, right? And I feel as though what you may be experiencing here is the yin and yang of life here, all right? Remember, this life, this flesh is balanced. And you could definitely be having a situation where you realize whoever this is from your past, something is said here or something is brought to light, and it kind of shines it shines a light on that space that you thought you were completely done with or over with. But I feel like this is just a moment. And for Sag, for whatever Sag where this is happening in February, I want you to know your momentum is affected by how you allow this moment to affect you. You have a choice in what you feel. So if something from your past comes up, whether it's you seeing a post of someone getting married, whether it's, you know, someone coming back and saying something to you that kind of like gut punches you, you know, you have a choice in how you handle this. Do you remain the Sag that's got it together because you really do have it together? Or do you begin to second guess yourself and start looking back? Because you've already come out of this space of looking back. Why go back into that? But some of you are going to be reeled back in. Others of you that really, really have got it together, you'll see it, you'll feel it, you'll process it, you'll release it. That is the way that you should go. All right. So, whatever this is that comes in and it feels kind of like the gut punch from the past, Sag, remember to stay on your square. You've positioned yourself in a really, really fine place. Do not come off your square. All right. Remember, in the deck, your temperance, and that is about what? Not only patience, but it's alchemy. It's the balancing of emotions and what's happening mentally. So keep that in check, all right? Be who you really, really are in the tarot deck. Be that temperance, all right? And don't get thrown off your square here, because Sag, you're doing amazingly. This is life. You got to take the good with the bad. And sometimes when we got a whole lot of good, a little bit of bad will come in and sneak in just to see how you gonna act. How is this gonna fuck with you? Or you gonna see it for what it is and keep moving in that direction that you've placed yourself. All right. So let's call this what it is. Tarot is a cheat sheet in my book. All right. It's to let you know how you're doing, where you're headed. All right. But nothing is set in stone. You are in control of your life. And once you see what the picture is looking like, you get to decide what happens next. So, Sag, take care of yourselves. For those of you where this resonates, definitely leave me some comments below. If it doesn't, check your moon, your rising, and your Venus, and check out the website for a personal reading. I gotta go be mommy. Take care, Sag.